Hi there, my name's Keller Barnett. I am going to be starting a little YouTube series about money, life, and wellness in multiple forms. And you'll be going on an adventure with me. It's my first time going into the South Clear bouldering climbing area near the Obed in the middle of Tennessee. It should be a humongous rock face that's just phenomenal to behold. And I don't know how long of a walk it'll be. I did get some directions because I got lost when I tried this yesterday and had to turn around, so hopefully we'll find it this time. And yeah, so welcome to the little series. Alright, so in this series, I wrote some scripts to keep me on track and stuff, but I'll be talking freely as I go along. But in this series, I'll be talking about several things through our journey together. I'll be talking about happy starts or new things in life, expression. I'll be talking about economics, such as markets and Bitcoin. I'll be talking about technology, such as SpaceX and Tesla. I'll be talking about culture, books, TV, art, and history. Finance, such as tax and money strategies. I'll be talking about health and society, doing interviews, wellness, startups, something of the nature, and some personal stories of my life. Okay, so if you don't know, you can support me on the links that I'll have in the descriptions of the video. Either contribute $5, $20, $100 on Bitcoin, Patreon, PayPal. I'll try to make it as easy as possible, but that would obviously help keep the series running. So let's go ahead and start with something about guitar. Now, I got into guitar. Well, I'll just stick with the script to start. Okay, I've been learning guitar over the past 5 years, and I'm still incredibly bad, teaching myself little by little. I enjoy art and guitar because it teaches one to express themselves in ways beyond words, clapping, kissing, etc. With music and art, the most interesting thing is not how much you can fit in, but how much you can stand out. Ultimately, variety is the joy of art. Expressing your own personal variety, be it sadness or gladness, is what keeps you valued. Bob Ross painted trees every day for business. It didn't bring him happiness despite his series called The Joy of Painting. In your art, do what is unique to you. Paint a happy childhood memory, create a fantastical personal story, or dive deep into the halls of trauma. But make it you, not things or mere techniques. I get this a lot. I don't play music. That's like saying you don't write, sing, live, breathe, express. Everyone can play music, even me, though badly. And that's okay. It's unlikely I'll become a concert performer, but around a campfire with no one else better, I could be the best. And of course, someone can always say, "But I got an iPhone." Ignore that. Life is about living, not being passive. Try and express yourself in all things, in all pastimes. Sure, we chill out veg, but don't assume painting or creative writing is laborious. It's quite rewarding. I got a $90 guitar off Amazon and just started playing one day, and today I'll teach you a few chords. D, C, and G are the chords in the key of G, and frankly, nearly every song can be played with only these three. The talent comes through the strum pattern. However, to get started, let's just focus on these three, and then I'll go over some guitar basics. Through these lessons, I'll probably just do two. I'll try and show some variety to spice things up, along with a simplistic learning method for nerdy completeness. It's not necessary. You can really just play by ear quite well, but if you're more mathy than musically inclined, then it's nice to get the math down first, and so I did. Like I said, All it takes is a $90 guitar off Amazon to get started, a tuner, and perhaps a pick. I recommend this Snark Super Tight Tuner. So here are the chords that we'll be going over. And it's G, C, it's technically C add 9, but I'll just be calling it C. And then the D chord. And you can sort of tell that the G chord, you play all the strings. The C chord, you don't play the lowest of the string. And the D chord, you don't play the lowest 2 strings. So let's do some demonstration. All right, I think I'm going to be in frame. So throughout this, what makes this particularly useful is this ring finger here will never move between all 3 chords. So your ring finger is on the 3rd fret of the 2nd highest string. It'll sound like that. And so that is, that's called the 2nd string. They count from the bottom up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 3rd fret of the 2nd string will go your ring finger. Your pinky will go beneath it, directly beneath it, so the 3rd fret of the 1st string. And that will pretty much stay there the whole time too. And then for your other 2 fingers to start with the G chord, 3rd fret of the 6th string or the lowest one. And then lastly, your index finger goes on the 2nd fret of the 2nd lowest string. Okay. So now we'll play a G chord and it'll sound like this. And then for the C chord, or C add 9, but I'll call it C. For the C chord, just move these top 2 fingers, just move them down 1, and it'll sound like this. And that's the 3rd fret of the 5th string and the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And you don't play the lowest note. So if you played it incorrectly, it'd sound like this. But you don't want to play that low note, so it'll be like, and that's a C. Now for the D chord, keep this ring finger where it is, and then put your other 2 fingers, your index finger will be on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and your middle finger will go on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. So it looks kind of like a greater than symbol or something like that. And you only play the highest 4 strings, so it'll sound like this. So for this we got G, C, D, moving down 1 string each time. Okay, so now I'll teach you a little strum pattern to go with that. And this is just a great way, I think, to get kind of like started with the guitar stuff. I'll move this down just a little bit, just in case. Okay, yeah, that should be capturing me. So I think this is just a great way to get started as like a first little thing with guitar. So for this drum pattern, we'll do the following. We'll go, we'll use our pick and we'll do like a flare, like that, like a down strum would be like this. And then the flare strum would be like that, where you just played a little bit slower. So we'll flare it twice on G, and then we'll go up, down, up with just playing these little high strings, like that. So, and then we'll go to C and just flare it twice. Then we'll go to D, flare it once, wait a second, and then do up, down, up again, and then close with the down strum at G, and then repeat. So in total, it sounds like this. Okay, so there you go. So that's probably the easiest little strum pattern start with guitar that I could think of. That should sound good enough and unique enough, I think, to make it manageable. And here, we're almost done with this little section. And really, I do encourage you to just grab a $90 guitar, a super snark tuner, and a pick, and you're good to go, and you'll be able to play music at a campfire from now on out. Okay. Ignore everything unnecessary for now. Later I'll address minors and majors, but for now simply try to focus on these 3 chords, and also a strumming pattern. For this strum pattern, we'll do 2 slow flares down, a quick up, then a quick up. Yeah. So then I'm going on to the next one. So now we'll close out for the key of G, and that will be A minor, E minor, and B minor. I'm not gonna worry about reading this stuff too much. And then, so I'm only gonna do the key of G, which is all you really need to know on guitar, especially like to get started or whatever. And so the ones we did were major chords. And now we'll go on to minor chords, which would be, we'll start with A minor, A minor, where you put your index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, like this. And then we take these, our middle finger and our ring finger, and we put them on the 2nd frets of the 3rd and 4th string. And you don't play the lowest one. Don't play that one. And just play the high 5 string, so it'll sound like this. And that's our minor for A minor. And then for the E minor, we take these, our middle and ring finger, move them up 1, and take our index finger off. So now we're on the 2nd fret of the 5th and 4th string, and that's all it is, and we play all the strings, and E minor sounds like this. Now for B minor, which you can really skip, you can just go A to E if you want to, like the pattern we'll do will sound something like this. Something like that. But just for completeness, B minor. Now B minor is going to be the hardest one that you'll do, but it's good to just know it because you eventually have to be able to get it down, and it just takes a while. So B minor is your first bar chord that you'll have to use, and you take your pinky and your ring finger and you put them on the 4th fret of the 4th and 3rd string. So they'll sound like this. So the 4th fret on the 3rd and 4th string. Take your middle finger, put it on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And then you take your index finger and you put it on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. And you try to just kind of like rest it or bar it, so that you also get the 3rd fret of this bottom string on the highest string. But the highest string like hardly matters when you're doing this. So this is fine, where it's just basically muted, but if you do it right, it would sound like that. So, but that's your B minor bar chord. So now, for a little strum pattern, it'll go like this. And so the strum pattern I did there with the minor chords, flare down with a quick up, so, and then I went up, down, up. So flare down with a quick up, and then up, down, up. And then I would take my pick hand and mute it after the A minor, so. And then for E minor, do the same thing, but let it ring out. Don't mute it afterwards. Just let that go. And then for your fourth measure, or your third and fourth measure, go to B minor and do, you just kind of go, just do a few extra strums and then close out with the mute at the end, so. And so it would be like, so you saw how I just muted, I just did it twice to make 4 measures. So A minor, E minor, let it ring out. And then with B minor, okay. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna do there. There's other people who are great at guitar on YouTube too. So, much better than me, I mean. Not two, but so anyways, so the A minor, E minor, B minor, G, C, D major, those are all the main chords for the key of G, which is like the easiest to start with on guitar. And I hope you get started. If you don't play music, that's how I got started. But for now, let's just kind of continue along our walk, and come with me as I get set up here. Okay, this is gonna be fun. We're gonna go to South Clear. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay, let's see here. Let's see if I said anything else that's relevant. Okay, yeah, on the next time that I'll do guitar, I will go over, actually, let me do this. On the next time I do guitar, I'll go over how to use the neck of the guitar, which will just be how to go up and down, a little bit about music theory, and how to, relative tuning, the fifth fret of the top one, and then you 5th fret again, 5th fret again, 4th fret, 5th fret again, and then the low E and high E together to make an octave. So that's a little bit of how you do the relative tuning. And then this is the E, A, D, G, B, E strings. And a little trick with the keys. I'll go over this more. I'll go over this more another time. But a little trick with the keys. So you can take your hand, and so you're in the key of G, and then put your next 2 fingers down. Those are minors. So and you A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and it just rotates again. So G, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, and then E minor. And those are all your main chords for any key, basically, but for the key of G. So, and, all right. So, let's go ahead and get started on our walk. I was so late last time. I'm so happy that this time I get to get out at a decent time. Okay, I got some stuff. Oh gosh. Okay, and we're gonna go explore South Clear. Ooh. We are gonna go explore South Clear, and this is my first time here. Okay, and I did get a few little directions, which normally I don't do, but I got lost last time, It was so late at night. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, pick up a guitar. Just, $90, $100 if you got it, and you'll have music the rest of your life. Keep one in the family. Okay, so let's see here. Project was made available by the Access Fund. So this is a private property. A lot of people go climbing, so hopefully we'll be in time to see some people go climbing. And that will be quite fun. Okay, so let's see here. Nature consider. I didn't have time to read any of this. I'm just gonna skim over it. So it's kind of hard to find this on a map, to be honest with you. Okay, this is more about bolting, just how to climb, I guess. I'm not climbing here today. I was just gonna scout it out so that I might come later and do it. I do like to go on these things without any real knowledge of where I'm going. But frankly, on this one, I got lost. So I'm kind of happy to be more aware of where to go. It's kind of a scary place. It's kind of scary to go by yourself and then also like be lost at the same time. Oh, okay. And the journey has begun. Okay. So let's go ahead and take it slow. There's some beautiful little dogs that came up to greet me initially, but they're gone now. They're probably by the trail. They sort of guide you to where to climb if you don't know where to go. That's the story that people say. Okay, yep, here's like a little offshoot trail. Let's just go ahead and take it. I know this is not the right trail. I just want to check out what this little offshoot is, since we got the time. Oh gosh. I might not take this very long. It's probably to a very scenic view. I might turn around if it keeps going too much longer. I don't want to get... Oh, okay. This trail probably connects to just the city. That's what it is. So I parked off of Doc Howard near Obed. And this trail is probably how you get here if you park at... there's a little bar called like Lily Pad Brewery. So if you park at that bar, you take that trail to get here. Okay. Well, thank you for putting up with that. I know it's a little amateurish, but I think it's a good way to get started with guitar. Because a lot of the times on the YouTubes, and even though I went kind of fast, maybe a lot of times on the YouTubes, they sort of try to teach you in a very jumbled fashion so that you get the little lesson, and it can slow. Paying for the lesson is worth it, but learning in that little jumbled fashion can slow down your progress. So just trying to focus on the keys of G, and then the chords in the key of G. And then in the next time I'll go over the neck of the guitar. All right. So now let's get to the main stuff here. I guess money. This is kind of on markets and things like that. Economics. Okay. Money is a complex subject. Well, here, let me do this here. Ba-ching. That was my little image there.